Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you this morning, as I hope and I pray that we always do. I'm not important. I'm just a question asker. I'm just a question asker. My name is Raheen out of Atlanta, Georgia, but we got my brothers from another mother, but we got the same father here with us this morning. We're going to go. I'm trying to go in the order in which they came in. Good morning, Ryan. How you doing this morning?
Doing just fine. It's Friday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like you got a whole heap of work over there though.
Yes, sir. And I work tomorrow.
Woo! Lucky,
Yes, sir.
lucky you, boy. Got
Yes.
to love it. End of the week though. End of the week when they put that piece of paper in your hand. Oh, you gonna appreciate that. You gonna appreciate that extra
It-
day.
It's
Yeah,
going to read about 65 hours.
there you go. There you go. Exactly. Exactly. And see, making 35 dollars an hour, man, you doing real good. Badger,
I
good
put my business out there. Woo!
morning. Badger, good morning. How you doing this morning?
That's another blessed day to be alive,
Yes,
as
Lord.
always.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. To Salt. Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
I'm Peacock proud.
High
Good
and a
morning.
happy. High and a happy, peacock proud, and elephant elated.
What you say?
Just like that.
There it is.
Hey, all day, every day, twice on Sundays.
Yep.
About a time and a half on Friday, because it's the last day of the week. So you done made it through another week. Listen, we got an adult conversation. I want everybody to do this for me. I want everybody to do this for me. If you got some small kids, you got some small children, take them out the room. Take them out the room. Don't let them don't let them listen to what we're gonna talk about today. Take them kids out the room. Take them children, them children, not the children, but them children. Take them children out the room. They can't hear this conversation today. This is a grown folk conversation. Tucson, I'm gonna start it off with you, sir, and I'm gonna use the abbreviation, but I'm sure you know what I mean. Okay, I'm not gonna go that far out there with it. But Tucson, what is a B?
Oh God. You
Really,
mean if
Raheem?
Tucson?
I thought something Badger was saying something about um
Badger just speaking out of turn. That's all. He was just jumping in. He was doing an Ibrahim.
Badger, you gotta raise your hand, man.
Mm-hmm.
We
He was
starting
doing.
off. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Son of a
Mm,
bee.
yeah. What is a B?
It's a female dog.
Mm-hmm.
It's a female dog. I think let me make sure. I think. But when you look at some of our men, they refer to their significant others as the same thing.
Yeah. And see,
Or go ahead.
and that was my next question. What is it? Because I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all this right here, man. And this is something that I have always been proud of about myself. And I've dealt with a lot of women. A lot of it has made me angry in so many different ways. But I've never in my life called any female, regardless of the situation or circumstances we was in, a B or H. I've never did that. But so my thing is, if you said that a B is a female dog, what would give a man the audacity to call a woman came from us, she came from us? What would give a man the audacity to call a woman that?
Maybe that's how you treat her. Well, let me throw it out some more. You want to have a grown folk conversation?
Let's talk.
Maybe that's how she act. Because they have puppies,
Mm-hmm.
and you can tie a dog up, female dog,
Yeah.
and that witch will break the chain or the rope or whatever you tie the leash, jump across the fence, and have a bunch of dogs chasing her down the street,
Mm-hmm.
fighting over her.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what she doing? Wait, let me get on the camera. Let me get on the camera.
Uh-oh.
What? And you know what she does?
What?
And watch this. Look. Wait, y'all, look.
Bless you.
Thank you. Lord.
Steady grinning.
Mm-hmm.
But
But
if you want to have a grown conversation, I'm gonna run out of time with this one right here.
let's talk. We're gonna have a grown folk conversation this morning. I'm
Okay,
telling you,
well,
no kids allowed.
I can't wait to see what Badger and what cuts.
Oh, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. I'm telling you, it's gonna be something. Let me go to Ryan. Ryan, I gotta sneeze again. Y'all, excuse me. Excuse me. So, Ryan, what is a B?
It's a letter. It's a letter in the alphabet. Second one. Man. So I think it's an attitude. That's what I attribute it to. So when the female persuasion act a certain way, you know how dogs get nasty and start barking, being loud, talking all that noise, and dog talk.
Mm-hmm.
Some men like to drop the B word on them. Why you acting like a, you know what I'm saying?
But see, my thing is, like I said, that to me, that's one of the ultimate levels of disrespect that we can have for our young ladies, to call them that, to call them a dog. Brother,
Sure, of course. But like my brother just said, sometimes they act like one.
I can't agree with that, man. They may have their attitude, they may have their moments, but to say that they act like a dog, bro, that's heavy. Like I said,
But
and keep in mind, I've never called. And truth of the matter, like I said earlier, I've never called a young lady, regardless. And the ladies make me mad, man, make me mad all the time. But I have never in my life, called a lady a B or H. I've never done it. That's something I've never. I walked away. We've had our battles and stuff like that, and all kind of different things, man. But as far as calling them a B or H, I've never done that. Never. No woman could ever come on here. I don't care where she at, where she live, and say that I called her anything like that. Never.
that's
never.
good. That's I've used that word, but it's not something that I use on a regular basis. There has to be some sort of extreme circumstance for me to go there. That's like them calling me a D or an a-hole.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they got terms for us too.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that it's right, but I'm just kind of trying to add context. Like usually now there's this junk out there where that's just part of regular conversation. I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with it, period, but it happens. So you got people who speak in a sentence and they just use the word like there's nothing doing. There's no real reason to use it. But when you act a certain way and you coming out of pocket and you're legitimately acting like a bee, I mean, if a duck's quack, it's a duck. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that I condone it, and I'm not saying that I use it, but there are certain circumstances where it just come out because you acting kind of way. You got an attitude about you, and you're acting like a dog instead of a respectable woman.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. I can't say that nothing would make me agree that a woman should be called a dog. That's tough. That's tough for me. And like I said, I grew up with a lot of uncles, man. And they used the word all the time. Uncles used the word all the time, like it was just like every day. But
Yeah.
I just never grasped onto that, man. And I did a lot of things that my uncles, would do. But as far as calling women by those names and stuff like that, man, I just couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I just couldn't. Badger, what do you say to that? What is a B?
You know, that's something that I honestly don't know how to answer. That is a strange version or strange usage of that word. It's always confused me, even when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Never understood the purpose of it. Um, kind of thought it was stupid, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because on one hand, you have a lot of people saying that, dogs are loyal and all these other things. And then I think I had one person describe it to me one time as when they use the B word towards a woman, that means they sleep around a lot. And I'm like, well, ain't that what a whore is?
Mm-hmm.
So I always thought that people like to say, to
Mm-hmm.
be honest.
Your store, what? I missed the last part you said.
I said, I always thought that was just something stupid people like to say
Mm-hmm.
for some ignorant reason.
So you don't agree with it?
I don't understand the purpose of it at all. I why like it's supposed to mean a female dog. What does a female dog do anything with the meaning a woman?
Badger, what's going on with your sound today? It's going in and out.
No, I'm dealing with a sinus infection, so my tone's going up and down.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be having my mic might be having issues picking my voice up.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Um, so I never got the I never understood how that word was associated with women. I still don't, even as an adult. It just I hear a man call a woman that, and I'm like, "Are you ignorant or something? Or stupid? Like how does that translate?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are they a backstabber, a manipulator, a whore, or what?
Mm-hmm. And see,
Because
that's another word. I've never used that word toward a woman at all either. I've never done it. And like I say, that's something that I can hang. That's one thing I can hang my head on and be proud of, man. I've never done that.
well, yeah, a lot of those words I've never used,
Mm-hmm.
but the whore one I have, what mm, the one or two people I've ever called that was literally those that were cheating on their husbands and things like that. And it was more, why are you behaving like one?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you behaving like a whore kind of thing? Not per se calling them that.
Okay. Let me read what Paul
So
said here. Paul said that most dogs are better than most people. If a woman is a pain in the rear, she is a pain in the rear. Why are you gonna bring our loyalty? Oh Lord, our loyal furry friends into it. Lord, Lord, Lord.
I, I believe it or not, I'm kind of where he's coming from. That I know a lot of people use it, but I'll be honest, I don't understand the point of using that word at
Mm-hmm.
all.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay.
it's just I find it absolutely stupid.
Yeah. And like I said, man, I keep saying it, man, but I'm just so proud of the fact that even at my age right now, to this day, and it might happen tomorrow, I don't know, but to this day, I've never called a lot of women has made me mad, man. Lord knows they have made me so angry, man, in so many different ways. But I've never referred to any woman, friend or foe, as a B or H. I've never called them that.
You
I've
want to
never.
hear something funny?
What's that?
I honestly thought when I was a kid, when I would hear guys call females that word, that
Hmm.
they were saying that they were loyal.
Nah, I can't see that.
Well, no, but just to give you an understanding of, I've always been taught dogs are loyal.
Yeah, dogs are loyal. Yeah, But like,
Right. So
but when they refer to a woman, I don't think that they're speaking about the loyalty part. If they call
right.
if they call a lady that, if they call a lady a B, they're not calling her a B because she's loyal. You know, that's
Right.
to me that's the ultimate insult to
So
call a
I'm
woman.
kind of curious, what exactly is that word used to describe? Because I really don't get it.
Mhm.
That makes no sense to me.
Good deal. Stay right there. Let me go. Let me go to Toya with a T. Toya with a T. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, gentlemen.
We are having adult conversation. I told all the kids, I told everybody, all the parents to take the kids out the room today. It's not a conversation for the children, not the children, but the children. Not a good conversation for the children today. And Toy, I'm asking the question. I don't have to say the word. But what is a bee?
Oh, it's the insect that pollinates off of flowers.
I'm not talking about that kind of bee, Toy. You and Ryan, boy, I tell y'all, boy, y'all get my stone face. You and Ryan get my stone face.
I think the kids gonna say, "Mommy, B's and H's." I learned about those in school the other day. What are they talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah. So so again, I said gentleman for a reason. Late 80s, there was an era when I was coming up where men did not dare curse around a woman. The respect for women and children was higher than it was. You wouldn't curse in front of them. You wouldn't call them out their name. I mean, of course, behind doors, some people called it behind their name because women weren't getting beat without calling these. But during that whole little era of, the Feminist Act, we were called by name. But the emphasis of perfection was so much so that they tried to cover it up, make it seem like households were normal. And then in the 90s, we gravitated to those words, the N word. They say it mean low class person. Oh, the B word and the H word. We've adapted those words. All right, it's just a word. Who cares? Ain't nobody getting personal about it. It's just a word, just like any other words or curse words. Right? We've adapted it. We've put it into our music. We've put it into our vocabulary. It's part of Ebonics now. And we are no longer offended by the word as we would be in the 80s. And I think a little bit of that respect has changed in trajectory because of how we've grown. So, right? The independence and the things in the nature that most women have come from and do not no longer conform to. And I think that when we use these words, because we have allowed it, us women, we have allowed it, we have paid rappers to call us that. We shake our butts at songs. And then when they create these songs, we accommodate them by dressing up to it, pursuing it, influencing it. And now it's a culture now. It's a way of life. And again, I think that respect level changed from the turn of the 80s into the 90s. When we lost other values when it comes to drugs, when we lost other values when it comes to household morals and values. And then on top of that, just stressing your everyday things, it puts you in a situation to be maybe more aggressive, right? I also know that sometimes when we're under the influence, we have emotions, and oftentimes, when you're under the influence, your emotions can spill over, and again, vulgar language and words and names like that can come out. But again, it's not something that we just started using. This is something that it's always been. It's just more glorified now. And I think until we learn or until we go back to standards and morals for each other, this word is going to continue to be loosely used among the younger community because we do not come from the same moral background.
Exactly. There's a lot tied up in this thing, man. And like I say, I just don't see how us and everybody do things for their own reasons. I can't speak for everybody. I can speak for me. And for me, I can't see why a man would take something that actually came from him and speak so lowly of it. I mean, to call a woman a B, it's like you calling her a dog, man. And so that's hurtful. That's very hurtful. And the lady that's hearing this man that's supposed to love her call her that, that has to hurt. That has to hurt. Let me go to Leonard. Leonard, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Raheem, and the Morning Glow family.
Leonard, I got and we told the kids, we told the parents to take the kids out the room because this grown folk conversation today. This grown folk conversation we're having today. This is Friday, and we're talking grown folk talk. Leonard, what is a and I don't have to say, you know exactly what I mean when I say this, but what is a B?
It's a female dog, indiscriminate of who she mates with.
So what is it that gives us as men? And like I said earlier, man, before I think I said before you came on, I've never used that word toward B or H. I've never called any woman that, regardless of what situation I was in or how angry I was. I've never called one that. That's something I'm real proud of. But what would give us the audacity to refer to a woman in our anger or whatever it is, call her a dog?
Well, first of all, to me, you know, maybe you never met a hoe or a bitch or whatever, but I've met several. That's the way they behave. So that's how they got the name.
So because of the fact that they act in a way that you may not like or be happy with, or lines up with the way that you think that she should act, she is now given the title of being a B because she
And
don't
it
act the way
don't
you
have
want her to act.
it's not an issue with liking her.
Or her act, you say the way that she act,
Right.
because of the fact that she don't act the way and it don't line up with what you think she should do or how she should act. Now, because of the fact that she's not doing that, now she's in a category of being called a female dog.
Well, no, she's not. It's not that she lines up with anything. It's just what it is. And everybody knows why you use that. Some people use it for different reasons. Personally, if you having babies all over the place, could care less who the daddy was, you pretty much fit the description.
She's
if you sleep with anybody or whatever, and you could care less about any value that you have for yourself, selling it, doing whatever you're doing, you're a whore.
I've never seen a dog selling their booty.
No, but we sell it for them.
But see, my thing is this right here. I and I understand what you're saying, but my thing is, and this is just me, man. You know, y'all might have issues with me today, man, because me being a question asker. I don't see that, man. I can't, regardless of people, we always say people gonna be people. My wife, that's one of my wife's favorite sayings. People gonna be people, and people gonna act the way they want to act. And if she decides that she wants to go out there and freely give her body to whoever she want to give her body to, as much as she want to give her body to, as many as she want to give her. Now, I don't agree with that. I don't think that's a good thing for her to do. I don't agree with that part at all. But to lower her, even in that stage of her life, to lower her to the point where I'm calling her a dog, man, that's
the behavior is what it is. I mean, I don't think it's whatever a person does is their business. If you're a fool, you're a fool. If you're an idiot, you're an idiot. If you're an a-hole, you're an a-hole. Obviously, you've been behaving that way, and people call it what they see.
Wow.
Like the Bible.
Okay. And see, and then just me, I see it differently, man. It's hard for me to understand, calling a woman. Like I said,
you don't have to understand it, but it's a great personal choice that you have made. You just don't use that type of language.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't. I don't, man, because I know that she came, woman came from man. So if we're calling her that, what are we in a roundabout way? What are we calling ourselves?
Well, we don't mind being called whores, most of us.
Hold on right there, little boy. You something else. Let me go. Let me see. I'm trying to go in the order in which they came in. Mr. Hicks, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Raheem. Good morning, family.
Grown folk conversation today, brother. Grown folk conversation. Mr. Hicks, what is a B? And from your definition, what is it that what give us the audacity as men to call a woman whatever your definition of a B is?
Why are you saying B? That word is not profanity. That's defining an animal. Why you just won't say B? You scared?
Yeah, I'm scared.
You scared?
I'm scared. My mama might be listening, man. My mama might be listening, man. My mama might be.
I heard, man, that's a blessing, boy.
Yes,
have your mama listen.
Yes, sir.
Somewhere in the world listen. That's a great thing.
So,
I think again, Leonard put me back on my game yesterday. He don't even know it. He was the answer from the credit for me. he sort of balanced everything with some scriptures. He used the scriptures about bad kings and to do destruction on the people. And our walk, tells us, what kind of things should come out of our mouth. I think one scripture says you can't get two kind of waters out of the same well. You don't get sweet and sour water out of the well. Either the whole well is sweet or it's sour. It takes some discipline, but again, being that this has been a social engineered kind of thing, if you want to destroy people, you first destroy the woman. You destroy the person's respect for the woman. It used to be a time that the B word.
There you go.
It used to be time the B word. It do sound rough. It sounds rough in your spirit.
Yeah,
certain words.
It does.
The MF is the F. All those things. I had a unique experience in the sense of all the people pretty much around when I was growing up. Nobody cursed in our house. That language, and I've never heard my mother cuss at me or anybody. My father didn't cuss. He'll cut you or shoot you first.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna talk no stuff. And he raised me that way. Don't call no names. I don't curse. It makes, when I do get caught out of my element and I do use the words, I feel the resonance inside my spirit that this ain't right.
Yeah.
And I use that to guide me right. It's okay. I shouldn't have. They had a song out. What's it? What's the guy they Smoking Out the Window by that band? Smoking out the window, this beat got me. And this song came out right when I was divorced, right when I was leaving my wife, and it hit my spirit. And he would say, I'm buying her things, got diamonds on her ring, doing everything. I'm all here sitting alone, right? This beat. So, and I like the song because it hit my thing, but something spoke in my spirit. So here you are doing something that I advocated all my life. That our woman was the arms that rocked the cradles of civilization. A man can rise no higher than his woman higher.
Yeah.
So if you change the culture and have us call ourselves the N-word, now that would get you kicked off at the N-word.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
but it became so overused and misappropriated that it lost the glow of the evil intent behind it. So they got us playing their games. They got us a boss. The thing is, it's sort of popular to be a boss bee. To be a boss bee, that's being successful in it. But we have our marching orders. You'll know his followers because they'll do his commandments. And none of us perfect, and nobody here sit around to point fingers and judge somebody else because everything is real and honest. But there's evaluation of the words. If the words are powerful and your words won't come back unanswered,
Good.
And that we got to just monitor that, I think.
Good. Steve, right there, Ms. Hicks, don't you go nowhere, man. We got a few other people we're going to touch. We're going to circle our way back around, and I'm enjoying this conversation. And as I said, take the children out the room because this is grown folk talk today. We're having grown folk talk, and so they don't need to hear what we're talking about today, not the children. But us adults, we need to hear this. Let me go to Curtis. Curtis, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Hey, what's going on, sir?
What's going on with you, man? We asking a question, and I don't have to say the word. You know exactly what I mean. But what is a bee? What is a bee, Curtis?
According to the definition, it's a female dog, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So what is it that gives us as men, the audacity? I was going to pick another word, but I used audacity earlier, so I can stick with it. What is it that gives us as men the audacity to call any woman, regardless of what she's doing, how she's acting, how she's carrying or conducting herself? How can we call her a female dog? How can we use that word toward our women?
I don't know. Because I don't know a lot of men, unless they angry. I don't know a lot of men that just uses that as